You could be one of the worst communicators. Like, you might not know the one-liners. You might stink with your tone. You might stink with telling stories. Like, you might stink at sales, okay? If you just change the roots, I'm convicted that anybody can get good at sales. Anybody can get good at business. Here's the coolest part about entrepreneurship. It's not like sports where you have to have a certain build. You have to be pretty dang strong and fast in order to play football. In entrepreneurship, you don't need that. Anybody can make it happen. And here's the coolest part. You're not limited to a time frame. Sports, you got maybe 5 to 10 years if you're lucky. Entrepreneurship, this could be the rest of your life. So you're not bound to everything else like you are in all these other systems of the world, like sports and things of that nature. That's the coolest part about entrepreneurship. Everybody has a shot. Is everybody built for it? If they search for it, they will be. If they get convicted of the right convictions and search for that and really work on changing, they can be. That's all it is. It's really nothing more than just switching your mindset up a little bit. Keegan says, rapport building and understanding what the seller is looking to accomplish, putting the seller first before the check at the end. Facts. Actually, that's a good mindset shift. Rather than thinking to ourselves, like, okay, I'm going to call this person and, hopefully I can get paid. Like, no, I'm going to call this person and I am going to solve this person's problem. Keegan, I don't think they're ready for that, bro. I don't think they're ready for that. That's a whole nother principle. A whole nother principle in knowing that whatever you reap, you will sow, right? Like, if I'm just getting on a conversation just to try to get a check, just to try to get paid, what you're putting into the earth is not going to come back the way that you want it, right? But if you're planting good seeds, if you're every single conversation, all you're trying to do is just help somebody out, and you have the mindset of like, I'm going to get a yes on, solving this person's problem, and you're going into every single conversation like that, you don't got to worry about the checks. The checks are going to come. The checks are going to come. You don't got to worry about that. The harvest will be plenty. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. In the chat, let's talk about some convictions that you guys might think maybe have changed in you guys' life where you've seen, or that you think could change or might need to change. It could be very simple.
Mike, I would just say that when it comes to conviction, for me, it's been the opportunity to be consistent has been great. And the consistency and the conviction kind of ride together. So doing it every day has built confidence. And every time I wake up, I'm excited about it.
So like the consistency of it.
Yeah, just like even I know 80% of the time I know I want to do it all day. And then there's 20% where I'm like, oh man.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like it today, but you just do it the same way you go to the gym,
Yes.
You've had those days where sometimes those are the best workouts when you didn't want to go.
100%. Bro, if we think back to the tree example, it's like the roots are rooted. They're not leaving unless somebody uproots them, right? But once a tree is planted and the roots are in the ground and they're strong, that thing ain't leaving. I'll tell you what, though, some days there's going to be some bad winds. You might have some snow that falls on the branches. You might have some rain going on, right? But at the end of the day, it's like if you're rooted in the right convictions, that tree is going to stand, bro. And those branches aren't going to fall off. And those branches are still going to be producing fruit.
Yeah, because the trunk and the branches get stronger, thicker, healthier.
That's it, over time. As you consistently stick in those same convictions time after time again, nothing happens to the tree but it getting stronger. Literally, the tree gets bigger, it keeps on growing, the trunk gets bigger, the roots get deeper, like the fruit gets more plentiful, like that's all that happens.
Yeah, and then when the big storm comes, it should just be able to bend instead of snap.
Yeah, dude. So good. Oh, Tim said something good. Tim said, I have value to offer. How about that? That's a tough one, bro, because some people struggle with that, especially in the beginning. Like starting something new. It's not the easiest thing to have a lot of conviction in that you have value, right? You just walk into a new industry. This is your first day cold calling. Very hard to have conviction that I'm good at this and I'm going to solve somebody's problem and I am going to do it. But here's the thing, bro. In the beginning, you're just like planting the roots, you're planting the seeds and stuff. So you don't have to have the level of conviction of somebody that's been doing this for 20 years. You're actually not going to, right? But if you have it in mind, like, oh, wait, I just got to have the right conviction. I got to stay consistent with this thing and I got to keep going. And my tree will just grow. And one day it's going to, these branches are going to produce fruit. Then, dude, you're in it for the long game and it's going to happen. But here's what happens. People won't understand that and they'll quit and their tree never grows. That's why the beginning is so tough. And that's why so many businesses don't make it through the first year.
I'm looking up conviction in the thesaurus.
Okay, what's the
First
definition?
3 words: confidence, faith, and feeling.
Confidence, faith, feeling. Dang, that's good. That's all conviction is. Like confidence that you are going to get a yes. Faith that you are going to get a yes. And what was the last one?
Feeling.
Feeling that you were going to get a yes. Feeling that it's going to go the way that I want it to go. Keegan said, being able to adjust as well has been huge in my journey. Yeah, it's knowing that you're going to have to adjust. It's already having the conviction, like, I know I'm going to have to adjust and we're going to adjust and we're going to be fine. You know how many times that we've had to switch up scripts, we've had to switch up the way we generate leads, we had to switch up our sales process, we had to switch up our contracts. Like, dude, you got to be able to shift, adjust, make it happen. Brennan says, surrounding myself with like-minded, ambitious people. Yeah, it's true. Understanding that, like, the cliche saying, you are the 5 people that you hang out with the most. It's very true. Freaking love it.